And also he did not want to intimidate me. He didn't want to scare me. He wanted to make me feel safe. And be intentional. So, we just got to talking and I slept over that night. Not like in a weird way. It was like,
I don't know. I was going to say it's the Airbnb. You got to pay the bills.
We ordered some alcoholic beverages and we sat and
beautiful.
We're both Pisces. We're both from Florida. We both, were in this internet transmask world. And I think that we just had a lot to say to each other and we had a lot of healing to do together. Yeah. And, it was just really, we immediately connected and cared for each other deeply. Aww. And I think that too, like I wanted to, in coming out, so we were friends for like 6 months. Maybe Ryan says 9 months. I think it was more like 6 months before we told anybody, before we told the internet. We told our friends, obviously.
What, like Taylor Swift and Kelsey?
Yeah, kind of. It was we worked really hard to keep
Wait. Wow. You did a hard launch and everything, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
did you guys do like hand photos, like touching and saying, "Guess whose hand
I think that we did tease a little bit of stuff, but like
couples do.
I mean, like we traveled to Florida together in secret. Like we did all kinds of things in secret. And I remember that time it was like, everything we posted, we were like, are you talking in the background? So like people cared that much. But and then
the internet actually does though. They creepy and see that.
So we did our like private healing together. And then like I said, both of us had done some public damage, some public hurt. And so we needed to be public about our healing again. And we wanted to kind of bridge this gap and show people that like, this isn't about me against you. Like this isn't about Brennan against Calvin. This is about like a community conversation that needs to be had. And like, there's a lot of tension in the room and let's see if we can break it. Yeah. And that's what Brenemies was to bring back, to bring Ryan in and kind of show people in that space like what it looks like to bring somebody in and to forgive or just to like move on and just like remember that like we're all trans people in this space just trying to survive and trying to deal with whatever we're dealing with. And like it is so much easier to care about each other and love each other and build bridges together. And so we had a lot of fun with Brenemies season 1.
Yeah, I love it. So speaking of healing, I do have a question.
Yeah.
If Calvin were to watch this episode
because we're sending him the link.
Exactly. Would you, and if they were willing, would you ever sit down and have a conversation with them?
That's such a good question. I would. I think that me and Calvin meeting is inevitable. I think that Ryan is still friends with Calvin. They're still friends. And I. A lot of people on the internet think that like I'm not okay with that, and I very much am okay with that. I think Calvin needs.
That's super mature.
I think Calvin needs a trans friend more than I do. I think that Calvin needs more trans friends.
Because I don't know if I don't even know if I could do that. If somebody came at me, I don't know.
It looks like the foundation is already there.
Yeah, and I think that Ryan and Calvin were friends in childhood, since they were 14-year-olds on the internet, doing musically tours, like they really had a connection. And so who was I to like tell Ryan to not be friends with Calvin? And again, like I said earlier, like I love Calvin. And maybe that's Stockholm syndrome, but I think
might be a little bit.
he needs a little bit of love, like I don't think everybody needs to love him. I think that he is and was an asshole, and I think that he really needed to be checked, and I think that he should not be on the internet. There's a lot of videos he still needs to delete. But I think that he's struggling more than I am.
You think there'll be a redemption arc?
I don't know if we're characters in a story that need a redemption arc.
There might be a redemption. I was shocked to find that out.
I think that,
and I'm proud of her for doing that, actually.
There's no judgment here.
Yeah,
none
at all.
I think that we're just people, and I think that Calvin's going to do what he needs to do, and I think that apologizing to me is going to be the hardest thing he's ever done in his whole life, and I don't think he's in a place to do anything of the sort. But I think it's I mean, I'm best friends with his best friend. Like, I'm going to meet him eventually.
Yeah.
And
how do you feel about that
I know
with
him.
Ryan, though? Because, I mean, I know you guys were friends privately for 9 months, but do you feel that Ryan may possibly be taking advantage of you in that space? Or do you feel like
No.
it's really authentic?
No, I think that if he was like, he's playing the long game. Like, he
Well,
really
I mean, Calvin, I looked at the metrics and it looked like Calvin kind of fell off the cliff. So do you feel like it was a PR move, or do you feel it's really genuine?
I think that he was planning. I think that his apology to me was the beginning of him trying to get off the internet. I think that you know, what is the good graces of the community anyway? Like, what does that even mean at this point? But
yeah.
I think, that a lot of people threw around this idea, you know, especially when we started Brenemies, that Ryan was using me. And I just think that that's like a pretty cynical way to look at it, right? You know, I think if you look at it that way, we were using each other, you know. But yeah,
I was like, you didn't hit the button, girl.
I should have done a laughing one, but
You
I
know.
was like, hey.
But you know, he funded a lot of Brenemies. He funded all of Brenemies season
So you
1.
know the insides of it, and you know, and you feel it in your gut.
And yeah, like I said, he was perfectly happy to never come back to the internet. And
So you dragged him back then.
yeah, yes, yeah, I actually kind of did. But I get it though too. I think that people kind of see us as not really people, and that's okay. We're characters, right? Like, we're little characters in their lives. And, you know, they talk about like Ryan having a redemption arc and me and Ryan being the, you know, like superheroes or a sidekick or whatever. But we're just people, right? We're just friends. And we just kind of we saw ourselves in this, overarching. Oh my God, I love us. That's our old logo. That's our season
new
1.
Logo's coming soon.
We got
Stay tuned.
new logo is out. Yeah, look at us. Look at us.
That's fucking cool.
That's me. That's me pre-top surgery. Or maybe I was on gel at that point. I don't know. But yeah, that's me and Ryan. I love us.
Beautiful.
And yeah, I think that, you know, this time around, like with season 2, I think with season 1, we were really trying our best to like heal and show an audience how to heal, and kind of like we had this like objective of, you know, bringing trans masks together and showing how to support each other and love each other. You know, almost every episode we had another trans mask or non-binary trans person come on and share their lives and their experiences and their talents. And we were trying to be like very, you know, PC and we were kind of walking on eggshells when we first started. But after 2 years of a hiatus, we've done a lot more healing. We've done a lot more. We're kind of coming back healed, and we're kind of coming back, you know, just
with a vengeance, honestly, it feels like.
Or just to talk our shit, you know. I think that this season it's live. Last season it was edited. So it's going to be a little bit edgier. It's going to be a little bit more raw and unfiltered, and
we know
a little riskier.
We know a little something about live television, okay?
Yeah.
But I'm excited about it. I think that, you know, Ryan and I have done a lot of, you know, we just become just very close friends and have experienced
really
so much life together. And, you know, 2 years is a long time to be playing a game to try to get within the good graces of the trans community.
Yeah.
But I think that, you know, I love Ryan so much. I'm literally gonna go see him after this.
Nice.
And I think
Speaking
that
of
our friendship
seeing
is
him,
great.
though, my question is, because you lied to the internet, though, and I want to.
Oh yeah.
Because
Did
if
lie.
I
You're gonna
remember
catch us on a lie?
correctly, Just a couple of days ago, you posted.
On
First of all,
Tuesday.
this live was hilarious.
I love that live.
You know Sasha, who was in the video.
Sasha
I
Allen.
love Sasha.
Sasha Allen, Sam Collins,
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan and I, we all jumped on a live stream because we were hanging out at my place. And my room is so big that a lot can happen in that room. And
I just want to know, what did it
Sasha
smell
needs to
like
come to
in
the
there?
show.
it was stinky. We're boys. Like, what are you talking about?
Because Sam
all
comes in
drinking.
and he's on the live. And he's like, it just smells
smelled like-
warm in here.
It smelled like it smelled like boys and Sasha's Zins.
By the way, tell Sasha I loved his remix of that song.
I love
Sasha is wonderful.
He's
We
so
need to have
great.
Sasha on this show.
Yeah.
For real.
Try to get him on.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just, really close friends, and we wanted to jump on live.
But we didn't capture the lie, though.
What did
The
I lie about?
So, okay, just so everybody knows, when you watch this video, all 4 of these trans masks looked into the camera and said that they went to Vegas. And I truly was like,
And
oh,
we posted.
I
that
thought
we
they
were
went
in
to Vegas. How did you, weren't you next to slot machines, though?
So,
how did you do that?
So I have a really big TV in my living room, and we had wanted to go to Vegas. So Sasha's leaving. Sasha is moving. I don't know if he has said publicly where he's moving, so I won't.
Let's just leave it at
Yeah.
He's moving, so we wanted to go to Vegas as like a goodbye trip, and we were trying to plan it.
Oh.
And then Sam's car got broken into.
Oh, my God.
And the plans kind of fell apart. So I was like, why don't y'all just come over to my place and we can live stream? Like, and
No, but I saw you guys next to the slot machine.
Yeah,
That was
so-
really good lies. Like, I truly was like, wow, that's so cool. 4 trans guys went to Vegas and
they
like
came to-
took over like some freaking movie or something.
they
I was
came
waiting for
over.
the vlog.
I had Vegas on the TV. I put a bunch of like imagery of Vegas on the
Yeah.
TV. And so we started taking pictures in front of it and thought, hey, let's see if we could convince people that
You
we went to
totally
Vegas.
had me.
And of course, we just lied. We just lied. And we were there the whole time. But yeah, a lot of people, some people believed us. I had friends like text me, and some people were like, I have your location. I know where you are. And then and when we were on the live stream, we were just like, let's keep this rolling. And we were like, yeah, we just flew out and flew back for a few hours and flew back. No, we did not go to Vegas. You got me. You got me.
I gotta say though, watching that live, especially because like trans guys and non-binary folks, like anybody on the AFAB site, it's kind of a lone wolf world out there a lot.
It's rough, yeah.
It's
hard. We're so competitive.
Oh, I hate it.
We're so competitive. You know what I think it is?
See, it's
We're
everywhere.
Not to talk
yeah.
my shit about trans men, but we're so competitive, and we're so
Talk your shit. That's
we're
what
so
it's for.
petty. We're petty.
Yeah.
We're competitive. We're petty. But I think that is just a result of being raised among the gossip and pettiness of women and femininity, and also that like toxic competitive nature of masculinity kind of all
Converged into
like these little stinky little monsters. But I think that it's what makes us uniquely us. And but that's what Brenemies is all about. That's what me and Ryan getting back together was all about, was just, let's look around and see ourselves and each other in a much more positive light than Calvin Guerra ever could have. And,
Dude, it's
stop
beautiful.
hating.